Alright, so as you're approaching this guy, obviously you're not like stealthing yourself, so in the corridor, so he like pauses for a moment, slightly turns around, and then like fully seeing that somebody like approached him specifically. Hello.
Yes, after muting my microphone, it's like, you seem like the kind of person I'd want to talk to sell information, as the case may be.
And there's like non-committal like from him, and like but there's obviously like glint of interest in his eyes. You have my curiosity.
I uncovered certain samples of possibly illegal research done by the government, or more specifically military, of this planet.
Oh, and then like hearing that, he like looks around, making sure that nobody's.
I would be like whispering it.
And now you have my attention. I believe we should find a more secluded place to talk business. And, like offers
I
a
agree.
pleasant smile.
Let's.
Okay, yeah, so managed to find like a place on the side where like not many people are at all come through, and he still calmly, slowly sips down his drink. Well, assume that I would be interested in this information. Obviously, you have to understand that a lot of people come to me saying that they have great things to offer, but a lot of the times I find myself disappointed in that they try to scam me, and I need to spend money on, well, people that remind other people to not cross other people, if you know what I mean.
Yes. Well, I do have something I can do. I make sure to keep it on me because that's mostly the safest place for it. So I pull out the data stick, pull out the compad, and load it up and hand it over to him so he can look through it. Because if he tries to run away with it, I can just kind of shoot him.
Yeah, it's like there's very obvious interest which progresses as he reads through it. Well, that's...
I personally don't have any use for it, but I imagine that someone somewhere may.
Oh, I can easily imagine that. And then, like he quickly just goes through it, and then he like hands it over to you.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah.
seems legit enough. Now, let's talk about price, shall we?
Yes.
Well,
I give an appropriate opening bid because I don't know how much that would be.
you know what? We're gonna do opposed business checks.
Okay. Because
Okay,
that's probably what it would end up with.
I'm gonna roll for him, and because he looks like this kind of guy, so at least I'm gonna give him like total of +1 modifier. Wow.
Hey, I take 12.
Yeah, so at first it's like, I mean, they are very nice, but they are still research, yada yada yada, but then you like do a few hard counters and
It's like, do I have a picture of Zero at all? Did I take a picture of Zero at all?
I don't think you did, and
That'd probably be a bad idea too anyway, so.
yeah, and well, not a spoiler, but Zero would be he would protest, and his protest
No,
might have ended up
no.
in you getting a cybernetic arm as a replacement.
Of taking a picture of him, yeah. No, not to sell him, just to prove the research. It's like, I can say, well, I don't have anything to confirm my word on this. I did see while they're in the cages a number of the corpses, and they seemed to be getting bigger and angrier as they grew. And all I can say is that one of the cages was ripped open, and there was nothing in sight.
He like slightly bursts his brow, and then after 2 seconds there's like, you see that it clicked. And then like his eyes go slightly wide, but he keeps his cool. This guy seems like a professional. This is not his first deal. Oh. Well, sir, you had my curiosity and attention, so I don't know what else you could have, but for now, let's keep a deal in regards to this. And like, he like nods towards your data slate. And no, also let's just say what was the final argument. You basically, as I imagine, you also said that apart from having like, you know that this worked, it's like, yeah, if you didn't and your benefactors didn't have money, you would not be here. So yeah. Now, you, sir, you see, obviously neither you nor him gave the name, and obviously he wouldn't give his name first, assuming he would give a true one. Now, sir, this seems like we might have an agreement, but obviously there's still a matter of exchanging information and money. And for that, I'm offering my clients, well, I'm giving them a choice, like if they have any ideas how we may proceed with business without hassle and troubles.
Of course, so I say, you can call me Mr. Red. And I give him information for basically a futuristic email address that I will go ahead and go create after I'm done talking with him.
Oh, of course.
Mhm.
Well then, I believe...
Hey, I've met people with colors as last names.
Yeah, I mean, well then, I believe that for now, this concludes our business.
Of course.
Oh, and as he like turns around and starts leaving and going into like a crowd. Oh, and Mr. Red, you may call me Mr. Black, and then he leaves. And
Yeah, and I nod after him.
and as soon as and then this was like, he almost like chuckled when he said his name, obviously not true name, like a code name. And shortly after those, like, then you spotted, or you know, you can give me another perception check.
Yay! Let's hope this one isn't shit. Yay!
Nice. So when you were finishing the talk with him, you kind of realize that, yeah, you're in the, like, maybe not secluded, but obviously from a distance you can see, like, people are walking around, but you are, like, safe here. And you spotted from one of the, like, service doors, like, slightly tilted. And they're tilted enough that the broker guy didn't saw it, but you saw it. And there's the janitor, like, professional janitor of it. Like partially seen because this guy is still like slightly behind the doors that are only partially open, and with the face of that you know. This is the main guy that you talked with when they not really captured you, but they held you for a moment. And when the broker guy starts sitting to the crowd, the janitor guy that looks at you with some urgency in his eyes, and then starts giving you like hand motions.
Well, I will go ahead and go over them. Putting the data stick back away hidden on my person. You don't want me to tell you where I'm hiding it?
Yeah. You know who you talked with? He starts with that, like he doesn't say hi. You know whom you talked with?
I know his business.
Well, like he stays silent for a moment, and then he goes, well, or rather, he doesn't say well. If you're doing business with Black Hand, that's your choice.
Oh.
And then it clicks in your head while he's chuckled when he said Mr. Black.
Well now. It's like, thank you for this information. I will be sure to take it into account. And I don't make the Mr. Red email account. They can go screw themselves. Because they tried to kill me. Mind you, they had a decent reason for trying to kill me, but...
Yeah, I mean, you would be smart enough to know that even if email doesn't work, he still kinda saw your face.
Yeah.
And as a terrorist, they might hack and go through like security footage, and then so, or rather, like maybe not Jameson fully, but the janitor guy goes like, well, this guy, I know types like that. They will disappear in the wind. Listen, wanna make a deal?
Sure.
Well, you will help us with something during the main event, and we'll make him disappear. And you know exactly what he means by disappear.
Mm-hmm. It's like, and what would I be helping you with? I think that's only fair to know before I accept.
On one hand, I don't really have anything like, well, something. On the other, this is more of a deal. Listen, as we mentioned previously, nothing that would go against your thing when you first met or your ambassador, and this is a case of the less you know, the better.
That's fine then.
And really, if you don't want this guy to fuck up your life and inform his friends, then you know what.
That was the main thing I accept. I still want to get paid, so.
Good. And then he will stay in touch, and then he closes the service doors. You hear electronic lock kicking in.
Yep. And then I'll head back to the hotel room. Unless something else happens.
Not really. And yeah, when you enter, obviously, you enter at the same time as fucking hell, my notes.
Danny.
As Danny. As he notes, and when you enter, Ambassador is still in, he's enjoying himself, sitting back in his comfy leather chair, sipping some exquisite, very pricey wine. Deborah, though, she's still sitting on the couch, her laptops, computers, monitors in front. But when you enter, she's she gives you few seconds glare, she looks at you, and then she doesn't say anything. And she goes back to her work.
Oh right, I forgot to turn the microphone back on.
Or rather, this might be the case that you decided to turn the microphone off for any reason. I mean, you'll probably also know how to disable the camera, so that wasn't a trouble. Or
Yeah,
maybe if you didn't, maybe the other guy, the broker, had something that prevented cameras from doing stuff.
perhaps.
Who knows?
Anyways,
Yeah. So
who knows, maybe I'll just end up keeping the research for myself. Get enough skill to use it.
not really. That was the one thing that I prepared some NPCs, and this one was one of the few that were kinda like trap options.
That's fair.
And
Anyways, continuing.
yeah. And Ambassador is like, well, Mr. Jameson,
Jesus.
Mr.
Oh.
Denny,
Mhm.
did you encounter any, like he more or less asks if there is any glaring security thing or if there is like potential for danger, and Denny is like, shakes his head, none sir, no obvious clear threats, nobody would probably be stupid enough to attack this place up front. And you, Mr. Jameson, what's your assessment?
I didn't see anything of the sort either. Mostly just small little isolated events of people getting in trouble.
He sighs. So, usual then. Believe me, this game of Cloak and Dagger, or Game of Thrones so to speak, will get worse than the main event kings, but with Deborah here, we will be safe to avoid any poisoning accidents.
Of course.
Now
Because
for
poison is
go
not
on.
a fun way to go.
He like chuckles. No, it isn't. And for this party, I want to be able to enjoy fine beverages, like fine wines.
I'm assuming he like holds up his glass as he says that.
Of course. And he like raises his glass a little bit and sips. Same again. Now, you gentlemen. Obviously, we're keeping a strategy. I want you to be in the same room as me for security detail, but don't be within arm's length, if you know what I mean. Try to find a position within that you can see me, that you can react in time, but try to not be as obvious as usual security guys are.
Of course.
I don't want to spook potential business partners, so to speak. Dennis like just nods his head, and Jameson.
Of course.
Now, obviously, should you, and I imagine, seeing from your up to this point, what's the word? Not profession, acting, that you will fulfill this assignment to my satisfaction. So, if you will be interested at the later time in the evening to maybe use my help to procure some sort of deal, I'll be glad to help.
Understood. I may just take you up on that offer.
And he like smiles. Excellent. Now he like looks at his watch. We have 10 minutes to main event. Gather up, get your stuff, and we shall enter the ball and event like we should. And obviously he goes like, he pimps out himself even more, apart from usual sitting down, he like blinks himself. He looks like a, proper man for a few $1,000s, or credits in this case.
Only a few thousand?
Well, several thousand probably.
But to say. It's like, I know prostitutes are cheap, but damn.
Yeah, and that's ending in book. It's like per day, I think. If like all the hirelings are per day. Anyways, as you prepare, Deborah, as like obviously all of you like nearby in the like other rooms, but in the penthouse still, and she like looks at you with like, huh, slight suspicion in your eye. Well,
Is it
but
just me and her?
well, we can say it like that, but obviously the others are like nearby, so she doesn't say out loud.
It's like, I do apologize. I seem to have made a mistake on that front. I have it being dealt with, though.
Huh. Okay. She like slightly like goes back into like not not suspicious, but like more of a blank her usual type. Oh, so Mr. Jameson, have you figured out who he was?
Apparently, he was a member of the Black Hand. But I don't feel he was here for any terrorist actions, more to get information.
Very well. I feel like I perhaps should inform local authorities about that.
I think it will be dealt with tonight.
He looks at you. Oh, how so?
Due to some other deal that I have made to help get him off my back after I learned that he was Black Hand.
And that sort of deal wouldn't go against our
Of
current
course.
employer.
I would not have agreed to it otherwise.
Very well. I will make a note of this. If situation escalates and if turns out you were wrong, obviously we will deal with this in proper way. That's
Of course.
policy of our company after all. And she says that in a tone that she doesn't really threaten you, but you understand what she means. Maybe not death at the first thing, but some sort of, well, punishment. Because you're a professional after all, so not many people can be found like that.
Yep.
And then you go out with the guy on one of the main event balls, and
I just remembered something.
Yeah?
That's why you have an idea of what I'm going to use the explosives for, because I remember that I also asked Jeb for building plans to my rival's business.
Yeah, there are not many ways how differently it could have ended.
I mean, there's at least a couple things I might use high-yield explosives for, and that's definitely one of them.
Yep. I've been only wondering if you're gonna use them when she's inside or not, but we'll get to that.
Yeah.
Okay. And yeah, the party, or rather, it's less like a party. Obviously, the entrance, this is like almost full, with orchestra, with like nice, uplifting, good music that people get swing on. Waiters, waitresses give all of the people like champagnes or wines. Yeah. High class courtesans start to doing their jobs, and people get in their cliques, business being dealt, deals being struck. People of wealth, taste, and power gathering all around, and yeah, this is probably the first time you can almost like feel the like smell of money and like political power in. And perhaps for Jameson, this is the like first time, unless it is not, where he's in a place where Basically, it's a place where like the big players of the sector are playing their game. Hello?
Probably is.
Ah,
I was eating more chips, so.
oh, okay. I was wondering if I got fucking cut for a moment. Okay. Yeah. For more part, you are left alone. Even if you do not look like fully security guy, you are still maybe not bulky, but guy in sunglasses, like security, like shades, earpiece, and like suit. And you, like, this is my headcanon. Like if you look close enough and you're like good at spotting those sorts of things, some people know that you killed when they look at you. Like you have that sort of aura that you're not somebody to be fucked with.
I know what I'm doing.
Yeah. Wow, what the fuck? Oh, okay, I was wondering I'm gonna be rolling fucking around 1920 all the time. Okay. So, another set of perception and security, and let me see if Debra will give you some bonus. Oh yeah. Yeah, basically, what I wanted to say that because of the amount of people going around, the sound, after the initial orchestra, there's still like orchestra going, but on one floor, on the other, like you can see like faint sounds of like some DJ going around, but not with techno, but some other music. So with crowds, sound, loud sounds, some lights, you would get a malus to your perception and security, you know, just to see if you can spot danger in time. But because she succeeded so well and aiding you, basically it's like negates one another, so it's just your vanilla bonuses that you have.
Nine and 8. Still better than 7.
Okay, fuck, actually I should have made it opposed. I mean, let's see if this guy will be able to get it. Wow. So, at what point you spot, at first point, this guy, many businessmen as the other, apparently nothing that was different than him, that he comes up to bar. You saw before that he like spared few words with your ambassador, and then he he showed that he's gonna get 2 of something. Then he goes to bar, quickly orders glasses of wine, and then he thinks he's as the waiter bartender poured it in. He thinks he's inconspicuous, and he thinks he's smart, but probably not many people check that, notice that. But you did because you're the security of the guy. But you see, from his sleeve, he does the trick that from sleeve he basically puts a very quickly dissolving pill of some sort into one of the glasses.
Oh right.
And then he starts taking the glass in and turns around and start going back to ambassador.
As he starts walking back, I'm going to not ram him, but bump into his back enough that he spills the drinks.
You know what? Make me a melee attack roll. And obviously he's unarmored, so AC 9.
Sneak attack bonus?
Give me a moment.
Because he wouldn't be expecting it to dodge, so.
You can get +2. Wow.
Wow.
Not wow. Okay, so you know what? Make me a shit, what
Luck?
would it be? No, I thought like...